Hello everyone. In this today's class, we are going to see the virtualization concepts. In previous classes, we have seen the why cloud, what is cloud, and some services models, and also deployment models, and what are the cloud providers, and also the cloud architecture. We have seen all these concepts in the previous classes. And coming to today's agenda, we are going to see the what are the objectives of virtualization and history of virtualization and the benefits of virtualization technology and virtual service desk and how it can be virtualized and the forms of computing. And once again, we are going to have a look on cloud computing once again. And SaaS is nothing but software as a service, and the other topic called grid computing, utility computing, and virtualization process. So before this, we'll see what is virtualization. So coming to uh, what is virtualization, the basic definition is the virtualization is often termed as the creation of many virtual resources from one physical resource. So the creation of one resource from one or more physical resource, we can call it as a virtualization. So this type of virtualization is often referred to a full virtualization, allowing one physical computer to share its resources across a multitude of environments. So this means that the single computer can essentially take the role of multiple computers. So however, virtualization is not limited to the simulation of entire machines, and simply virtualization is the emulsion of hardware within a software platform. So here it allows the single computer to take on the role of multiple computers. So however, the virtualization is limited to the simulation of entire machines. There are many different types of virtualization, each for varying purposes. So one of these is in use by almost all modern machines today and is referred to as virtual memory. So here we have RAID, nothing but redundant array of independent disks, is also a form of virtualization along with disk partitioning process, virtualization, and many other virtualization techniques. And now virtualization is also going to allows the simulation of hardware via software. So for this to occur, some type of virtualization software is required on a physical machine. So the most well-known virtualization software is used today is VMware. So the VMware will simulate the hardware resources of an x86 based computers only. So to create a fully functional virtual machine, an OS, nothing but an operating system and associated applications can then be installed in this virtual machine, nothing but VM. So just as would be done on a physical machine. Here, multiple virtual machines can be installed on a single physical machine as a separate entities. This eliminates any interface between a machines, each operating system separately. So here the virtualization will simulate the hardware resources of an x86, which we have already discussed. So all the virtualization technology All the virtualization technology has been around for many years. It is only now beginning to be fully deployed. And the one of the reason for this is increase in processing power and advances in hardware technology as the benefits of virtualization are realized. So here we can observe the benefits to a wide range of users from IT professionals mainly. So to large business and the government organization. This is the basic definition and which we have seen in the virtualization mainly. So next is let us see the objectives of virtualization. So What are the main objectives of virtualization? Here, mainly there are four main objectives to the virtualization, which are demonstrating the value offered to the organization. The first one is nothing but increased use of hardware resources, and the other one is reduced management and resource cost. The third one is improved business flexibility and improved security and reduced downtime. These four are very main important objectives which are to be demonstrating for the value offered to the organizations. The first one is increased use of hardware resources, and second one is reduced management and resource cost, and the third one is business flexible, and the final one, which is fourth one, which is used for improved security and reduced downtime. So now let us see the first one. So first one is increased use of hardware resources. With improvements in technology, if we see the increased use of hardware resources, so now with the improvements in the technology, there is a typical server hardware resources are not being used to their fully capacity. So the average only 5 to 50% of hardware resources are being utilized. So one of the goal of virtualization is to resolve this problem by allowing a physical server to run virtualization software. The server resources are used much more efficiently, and this can be greatly reduce both management and operating costs. So if we look into example, for example, if an organization used five different servers for five different services, instead of having five physical servers, these servers could be run on a single physical server operating as virtual server. This is the first one. First objective of virtualization, nothing but increase use of hardware resources, and the second one is reduced management and resource cost. So this is also very important resource. Due to sheer number of physical servers, or we can call workstation in use today, most organizations have to deal with issues such as space, power and cooling. So not only this bad for the environment, but due to the increase in power demands, the construction of more buildings, etc., is also very costly for businesses. So by using a virtualized infrastructure, business can save large amounts of money because they require far fewer physical machines. And the third one is improved business flexibility. Means whenever a business needs to expand its number of workstations or servers, it is often a lengthy and costly process. An organization first it has to make room for the physical locations of the machines. The new machines can have to be ordered in setup, etc. So this is a time consuming process and wastes a business resource both directly and indirectly. So these virtual machines can be easily set up. There are no additional hardware costs, no need for extra physical space, and no need to wait around. Virtual machines management software also makes it easier for administrators to set up virtual machines and control access to particular resources, etc. So this is nothing but improved business flexibility. And the fourth one, that is last one, improved security and reduced downtime. So when a physical machine fails, usually all of its software and content becomes inaccessible. All the content of that machine becomes unavailable, and there is often some downtime to go along with this. So until the problem is fixed, when it happens. So the virtual machines are separate entities from one another. Therefore, if one of them fails or has a virus, they are completely isolated from all other software on that physical machine, including other virtual machines. This greatly increases security because problems can be contained. And another great advantage of this virtual machine is that they are not hardware dependent. What it means? That means uh, is that if a server fails due to a hardware fault, or the virtual machine stored on the device on that particular server can be migrated to another server. This is the main important. Please keep in mind. And the other one is the functionality can be resume as or resume as that nothing has happened, even though the original server may no longer be working. This is about the objectives of virtualization. Thank you.